Welcome back. Today we're actually going to look at our own profile on YouTube, since it's the end of January, it's the end of the first month out of 12, which is crazy. The first month is nearly already over. The next video will be in February, since next Sunday will be the 1st of February, so I just wanted to finish the construction of this channel for now. At least there will later on probably be changes. Therefore, we're gonna first of all look at the current situation. Yeah, it was under construction for the entire month nearly, and also the description. I personally like to have a description, and this is just to show that there will come something, and the day that will change this is today. First of all, we're gonna look at different channels. I've just simply chose three channels that I like to look for the Notion project, and therefore got some inspiration regarding the profile picture and the banner. And yeah, as we can see, they are always pretty simple, and that is what we are going to try to describe in this case now. First of all, I started with the banner. This, for me, I personally like to take pictures and I like to watch the sunset. So I decided to go with the sunrise as a theme background for the profile picture. And as well and there I just simply chose to look at what Canvas offered and went through different pictures that kind of describe what I wanted to see. And then in the end I went with this one because I like it with the sea in the front and the background with the mountains. And then I added some clouds because they make it a bit more mysterious, you could say, a bit more not painted, but more like the atmosphere that I wanted to create. Additionally, I reduced the transparency to reduce the impact, so it still works perfectly together. After that, I just added the name of this channel and made it white so that it sticks out from the background, and made it a bit larger. And this is already it for what we're gonna do with the profile picture. Next up was the banner. The banner I already had a couple of ideas created. So I originally thought that I would take 4 pictures describing different areas of my life, but after looking at the other channels, I decided to go with the more simple theme. So I once again went with a picture of the nature and decided to take that as a full background, and there just added a simple motto that I chose for this channel, and this is just going to be step by step, because I want to describe a journey, and there's always something to learn, because it's an evolution and we always have different goals that we want to achieve, and therefore I thought this was pretty fitting for this channel. And in the beginning, I thought I would try different colors, maybe different positions, and went with different styles depending on where I've put it. But later on decided to just simply go back to my original colors of this channel, which was more like a yellow gold theme, and decided to put that in the darker area of the picture. So after downloading both of them, I went back to YouTube to customize my channel, and there chose to change the banner image and the picture, profile picture, and pressing change and choosing the picture, I sadly got the message that the file I wanted to add was too big. So therefore I had to go back and figure out a way to make the picture smaller. You can theoretically choose it if you have Canvas Pro, what settings you want, but since I don't have this, I had to take a different approach. First, I tried making it a full background so that it doesn't have the white on the side, but that didn't help. It actually got bigger through that. But then I figured out pretty quickly that you can just simply zoom into the picture, and this would decrease the size of this. So I tried multiple different zooms until I figured it out, which ended up being 5.8 megabytes, which was enough for YouTube to work with it. So after we finally had a size that worked, I was able to take this final picture, which also turned out pretty good. It was more like 50-50 coverage and in the middle, so it fitted perfectly into the banner section of the channel, where you can choose how it's positioned. And then with the profile picture edit, I chose to publish it. And in the beginning, I just simply looked at the channel, and it was not there. Then made me kind of wonder, and I decided to just simply reload. Maybe it didn't update already, but since that didn't work, I went back to look at it, and it didn't save the changes. On the second attempt, I actually realized that there is a loading bar at the top, and this wasn't finished loading, so of course it hadn't worked. I stopped too early. But then after I've got the message changes published, I looked at it again, just simply make sure that it functioned properly. I had to update it a couple of times until it really showcased it, but I was just simply too greedy, I would say. But after this was done, I decided to go back into the settings and change a bit the description. Since, the channel was inactive for 2.5 years, but since I'm now uploading videos again, I wanted to finally change this message to display what kind of core this channel is about. And therefore, I first had to remove a bit of the old stuff, but I wasn't quite sure. But I think I figured it out pretty decently on how I wanted it to be, especially considering that there's a 1000 symbols limit. So this channel is more or less about the evolution, about the process of learning different things and trying to document them. And also that I want to keep this channel AI free. There has not been until now anything created with it or checked over with AI, and I want to keep that for the future, especially for this first year, since there is too much that my brain or everyone's brain can produce if they are bored enough. And I want to showcase the possibilities, all of the creative ideas that come up and kind of are what we personally create. I once again saved the changes, and after I've this time got the success message, I went to check it out, and this is the final result of what the homepage of this channel is now looking like, with the description edit. I know that most people don't read the description, but I want to have it for me personally, to have this all rounded up. And I do actually want to say that this month already brought for me personally a lot of changes. It was way harder to actually sit down and create the videos than I expected to, especially since different weeks, different schedules. I didn't have that much time. But I'm happy to see how this will go further. At the end now, I do want to say for the future that I have different ideas I want to try out. My main project currently is still creating the Notion template, but there is just simply a lot of things to learn about Notion, and through my studies I do actually have a lot to learn currently, so I won't be able to work that much on it. So the Notion template videos will be split over a longer period of time and not following every week. But for the weeks in between, I have different things I want to try out, and especially with next week, with the 1st of February, I decided on starting the next thing I want to try out. It's going to be more like some gameplay in the background and just me talking about stuff. Since I personally watch or listen to a lot of these videos and want to try myself at creating something similar for the beginning. And yeah, further, this channel isn't fixed yet, and I do plan on finishing all the projects that I start here, but it will just simply be over time, and I'm happy to work on it further. So yeah, see you next time.